Welcome, viewers. Today we delve into the intriguing story of Yekaterina Duntsova and her disqualification from the upcoming Russian presidential election. A woman of 42, Yekaterina Duntsova has made a name for herself as a successful businesswoman and a passionate advocate for change. Born and raised in Russia, she is a mother, a wife, and a political enthusiast who decided to step into the political arena for the first time. With pillars of her platform including economic reform, increased transparency, and the promotion of democratic values, she aimed to challenge the status quo. However, her bid for presidency was cut short. The Central Election Commission disqualified her candidacy due to what they cited as document errors. This unexpected turn of events has left many in shock and has stirred up a storm in Russia's political landscape. To understand the full picture, we must first explore the reasons behind Duntsova's disqualification. The Central Election Commission cited document errors as the primary reason for her disqualification. These errors were related to her income and property declarations, which, according to the Commission, contained inconsistencies and discrepancies that violated election laws. The disqualification sent shockwaves through her campaign. Duntsova, a fearless advocate for political transparency and economic reform, had amassed a significant following of supporters who were disheartened by the decision. Her campaign, built on the pillars of increased civil liberties and a more equitable economic structure, was abruptly halted due to this setback. Duntsova and her supporters reacted with disappointment and frustration. She stated, "The decision by the Central Election Commission is an affront to the democratic process. We have complied with all requirements and submitted all necessary documents." Her supporters echoed her sentiments, expressing their disillusionment with the electoral process. One supporter commented, "This is a clear case of political maneuvering to silence opposition voices." The disqualification has also raised questions about the integrity of the election process in Russia. Some observers argue that this incident illustrates the difficulties faced by genuine opposition candidates in the country. They point to the lack of transparency and the bureaucratic hurdles as significant obstacles that hinder political diversity. However, it's important to note that Duntsova's disqualification does not mark the end of her political journey. She has vowed to challenge the decision, stating, "We will not be silenced. Our fight for a more transparent and equitable Russia continues." Her determination and resilience serve as a beacon of hope for her supporters and for those who aspire to bring about change in Russia's political landscape. The disqualification has undoubtedly dealt a blow to Duntsova's campaign and her supporters. However, it also offers a stark reminder of the challenges faced by opposition candidates in Russia and the need for a more transparent and inclusive political process. The disqualification of Duntsova has broader implications on the upcoming election. This incident spotlights the hurdles faced by genuine opposition candidates in Russia's political landscape. You see, Duntsova's disqualification doesn't just impact her campaign, but it also casts a shadow over Russia's political diversity. The whole event begs the question, can independent candidates truly find a place in this system? Now let's consider other potential candidates, such as Boris Nadezhdin. He's another figure offering an alternative to Putin, but will he face the same fate as Duntsova? The comparison is worth making. Nadezhdin, like Duntsova, represents a different voice, a different choice for the Russian people. But will his voice be stifled under the weight of political machinations? Or will he be able to successfully navigate the complex political labyrinth? The disqualification of Duntsova raises questions about the challenges faced by independent candidates in Russia's political landscape. Let's take a closer look at the comparison between Yekaterina Duntsova and Boris Nadezhdin, two potential power players in Russia's political landscape, each offering unique perspectives and approaches to reform. Duntsova, a fierce advocate for social justice and economic reform, has been known to capture the hearts of the younger generation with her progressive ideologies. Her background as a human rights lawyer has given her a unique insight into the challenges faced by ordinary Russians, which she aimed to address through her political platform. However, her strength, her passion for change, might also be seen as a weakness in a political landscape that has been largely resistant to radical shifts. On the other hand, Boris Nadezhdin, a seasoned politician, brings a wealth of experience to the table. His primary focus is on economic stability and foreign policy. Nadezhdin's strength lies in his ability to navigate the complex world of Russian politics, using his experience and connections to push for incremental change. But this same experience could be perceived as a weakness as well. with critics arguing that he is too entrenched in the system to effect any real change. As we explore the potential outcomes of their candidacies, it's clear that their ideologies could have offered contrasting visions for Russia's future. Duntsova's approach would likely have pushed for significant societal change, challenging long-standing norms and potentially shaking up the political status quo. Nadezhdin, meanwhile, would likely have taken a more gradual approach, relying on diplomacy and negotiation to bring about change within the existing political structure. In either case, their candidacies would have brought a breath of fresh air to the Russian political scene, offering voters a genuine alternative to the current regime. It's worth noting, however, that these outcomes are purely speculative, given the obstacles both candidates face in their quest for political office. The comparison between Duntsova and Nadezhdin highlights the diversity of political thought in Russia despite the challenges. Regardless of their different approaches, both candidates represent a desire for change and a move away from politics as usual. To wrap up, let's summarize the key points discussed today. We delved into the candidacy of Yekaterina Duntsova, a vibrant figure in Russia's political landscape, who was barred from the 2024 presidential race due to document errors. This incident has not only left a significant mark on her political career, but also raised questions about the challenges faced by opposition candidates in Russia. In light of Duntsova's disqualification, we analyzed the broader implications on the upcoming election and explored the ideologies of potential candidates like Boris Nadezhdin. We also discussed the potential impact on the political diversity in Russia, highlighting the hurdles and opportunities for independent candidates. In my opinion, Duntsova's candidacy was a beacon of hope for a fresh political discourse in Russia. Her disqualification, however, underscores the need for reforms in the political system to truly allow for a diverse range of voices. We hope that this video has given you a deeper insight into Russia's political landscape. We encourage you to share your opinions and stay informed about the evolving political scenario in Russia.